What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Slackers, bringing you guys our next matchup in the upgraded tournament. So, if you haven't seen it before, I'm going to run over my little spiel here. So, what is this? We took a bunch of characters, 48 to be exact, but there's a lot less now because we're pretty far in the tournament. But we took a bunch of characters that could be upgraded into playable characters. So, assist trophies, spirits, me, costumes, that sort of thing, and put them into this tournament. And then each day on the channel, except Sundays, I upload one of the matches from this tournament, and then, well, we basically vote between one of the two characters, but you can vote both. Keep that in mind, you can vote both. You vote for whoever you would rather see as a DLC character, or who would you rather have get upgraded, I guess is the best way to put that, and then we go to there's a winner of the whole thing. But if you want to participate, you're new, yeah, you're more than welcome to. I welcome it, but there's a few rules we got to go over, don't worry. They're very simple and easy to follow along with. Alright, rule number 1, you got to be open-minded for this tournament. Why? Like I was saying, this is an upgraded tournament, so you got to be open-minded to the possibility that there could be another character that gets upgraded into the playable character status, alright? Next rule, you only get one vote per person. Please be fair that way. Rule after that one, well, how do you vote? Simple, down in the comments, say, I vote for, and then fill in the blank with whoever you're voting for the day. But do keep in mind, like I said, you can vote for both. Just say, I vote both. Easy, right? Rest of the rules, double elimination tournament, meaning a character has to lose 2 times before being officially eliminated. Then once we get to the results to determine the winner and loser of each individual match, if there happens to be a tie in the votes, we're going to flip a coin on camera, best and fairest way to break a tie. And then each match on voting odds only lasts for just 1 week. That's it for the rules. Let's get to the rest of the video. Alright, so let's jump into the results from last week, which loser bracket matchup, meaning somebody's being eliminated. And I expected the votes to be closer. This one wasn't even a contest, to be honest. This was a blowout. The matchup was between Hayachi from Tekken, who was taking on Rayman from Rayman, and the winner ended up being... Drum roll, please? No drum roll. We already see the results. Rayman won this one 36 votes to just 11. Rayman easily defeats the man in combat, who is a combat specialist. That's weird. Rayman doesn't even have limbs. At least he's got hands and feet. Hey, either way, he's a pretty popular pick. He won this match. Congrats to Rayman. Moves on to the next round, where that will be a fun matchup. Tails always does well. Rayman always does well. I can't wait to see how that one plays out. But that's not today's matchup. Today's matchup, we are back in the winner's bracket for, well, I guess the last match in the winner's bracket for now. But today we have the assist trophy, who shouldn't be an assist trophy, Bomberman from Bomberman games, and their opponent, or his opponent, is Rex and or Pyra and or Mithra from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So this I think this could be an interesting match in terms of I don't know, like fan bases in a way, because like the last couple tournaments that I've been doing, Bomberman's been in them, and Bomberman goes pretty far into the tournaments. There's still tons and tons and tons and tons of people that are fans that want to see Bomberman be playable. Like, go back to the Nintendo 64. If you grew up around that era, that's kind of when I really started getting into gaming. I mean, like, for me personally, I started on the Super Nintendo, and, you know, so I had some really great memories. Like, that was the system me and my dad played games together, so I love the Super Nintendo. But N64 is when I started, you know, I started saving up my allowance as a kid, and I was buying my own games when I could. And Bomberman 64 is one of the games that I played. That was like one of the fun things to do. That was get a bunch of your friends and you, well, try to blow each other to hell. That's what the game was all about. And it was just fun, cartoony style of weirdness. And I don't know, there's just something about the game where you can just sit down and be like, yeah, let's just see. In a way, Bomberman's kind of, it's definitely strategy, and I don't want to say it's a puzzle, but like Bomberman's kind of a weird little thing all wrapped into one. You know, different. You could say it covers different genre. Why do I say he's a puzzle game? Because like when you're facing computers, when you're facing your friends, you have to be smart. You got to kind of plan out moves, right? You got, okay, if I do this and then go here and then drop this, then I could maybe trap him and get an elimination. Like Bomberman is fun. I know that's kind of weird, but Bomberman's such a great character, very iconic for Bomberman 64. I guess that was the whole point of me telling you the story about N64. Bomberman 64 was one of the must-own games on the N64. And then, he just kind of continued to do his own thing. Yes, he's been on other platforms, which, no big deal. Go do your thing, Bomberman. Go out there and spread the word, right? So, like, Bomberman's been on the Nintendo DS. He's been on the Xbox 360. He's, like, on the arcade. I remember buying that game, like, randomly. I didn't even know the game existed, to be honest. I bought it and tried to go play online, and like that, I found a match, and it was like, it took me back. Like, Bomberman, I love his games personally. They're just, like, they're so easy to just jump into and play, and, like, Bomberman, in his own right, he's very iconic as well, right? Again, going back to the N64, people know him very well from that. So newer gamers, maybe they haven't had as much of a chance to kind of really play Bomberman as, you know, maybe some of the older gamers did, but it's not like Bomberman's a dead franchise, right? Bomberman Switch R, Bomberman R for the Switch, that was a launch title for the Nintendo Switch. It's not like Bomberman doesn't do anything. No, he's come out, and then I believe, was it last? I think it was last year though. Bomberman R ended up coming out to the PS4 and Xbox One. It was like, they still do stuff with the franchise, which is great. And then we all remember when we seen him as that assist trophy, right? They showed Bomberman, and like, Bomberman's in Smash Bros. And then they're like, oh, but he's an assist trophy. No, you did it wrong, Nintendo. You did it wrong. But maybe it wasn't Nintendo's call to make him just an assist trophy. Maybe they did want him as a playable character, and Konami was just kind of like, no, you can't have him. Well, you can, but we're not going to negotiate for a playable character, right? And it's like, okay, fine, we'll still get, like, Bomberman is still so fun. And color palette swap, right, for his characters. You could do each of the different Bombermans. You got blue, red, yellow, pink, the black, the green, there's so many different ones you could have. So you could represent all different, like, of the Bomberman family, right, in his color palette. That'd be a cool little nod to the series. Again, his moveset revolves a lot around explosives. If you don't know what Bomberman does, I think you're kind of at a loss then. I think his name pretty much sums it up. But then, again, he's a very explosive character. Let's just put it that way. So, in my eyes, and this is where everyone's free to agree or disagree, in my eyes, he's an icon that has earned his spot as a third-party character. 100%, in my eyes. Again, feel free to disagree, but I feel like he's earned his spot on the roster at this point. But that's third party, right? So what about first party characters? Is there anybody out there that's kind of like, hey, maybe they deserve their spot? Rex and Pyra. Now, I think I mentioned this in their last matchup. I went back and rewatched the last Nintendo Direct before Smash Ultimate came out. I'm pretty sure it's that one. It is the one where Sakurai mentions and talks about Rex being a Mii costume. Sakurai did not specifically say he wanted Rex. A lot of people get that confused. It's not the quote from the video. Sakurai did not say he wanted Rex. He just simply said the cycles from the development standpoint didn't quite line up, so Xenoblade 2 basically missed the cut for Smash Bros., which a lot of people implied that, hey, Sakurai wanted to put him in the game. Sakurai likes this game. Yes, I know Sakurai is a fan of Xenoblade, right? He likes the franchise. I don't know why I don't know why I get hung up on that, but like everybody gets hung up. We all misquote things, and we all hear things in a different way. We all hear words the way we want to hear them, right? But the quote was, they ended up missing the cut and whatever. So it wasn't Sakurai saying, I would have put him in the game if I had the chance. But I didn't. That was not what he said. So a lot of people, we got the Mii costume, and it's like, oh, okay, we only got the Mii costume. They can't happen, right? Wrong. I mean, we all thought the same thing about ARMS, right? ARMS, Springman got that assist trophy. We all thought that was too... ARMS in Xenoblade 2 were pretty much developed in right about the same time cycle. So it's like, okay... Well, if Xenoblade 2 misses out, then obviously ARMS is going to miss out. But hey, this is DLC. There's a reason it's called DLC. Like, everything is back on the table. You discuss as a company who you want, what characters you want, when do you want to try to release them? Do you want to try to sync it up with an upcoming announcement, potentially? I don't know, maybe. And again, first-party characters are always easier than third-party characters, right? Because third-party, obviously, got to call up the third party and negotiate this little... I don't know, deal for the licensing rights and like all this stuff. Like, there's probably a lot of stuff that we don't think of that goes on behind the scenes. Like, I don't know, like, if you called up for Bomberman, for example, you got to call up Konami and Hudson and be like, okay, we want Bomberman, but, okay, so he's going to be in the game, right? All right, so do you want, like, how are we going to negotiate the price here? Do you want, like, a cut of the overall sales from him, from his individual fighter pack? Do you just want an upfront sum of money and we're good? We would plan to turn him into Amiibo. Do they get a cut of that? I don't know. Like, there's a lot of things that you don't really think of, so... it's interesting, but again, first party being easier, so does Rex and Pyra and or Mythra, or just Rex solo, whatever it happens to be, do they have a good chance? I do think so. Xenoblade 2 was a very good game. Sold pretty well. Lots of people do believe, myself included, that they should have a second rep. I kind of think they should have 2 and then chill for a little bit, right? Continue building up your franchise and your series, and then, you know, we'll revisit it later down the road, right? I think 2 would be fine. And that's why Rex and or Pyra and or Mythra, they'd be so fun because of their unique playstyle, right? The 2-in-1 character, the 3-in-1 character potentially, would be very, very unique, very fun. All right, they'd be the first ever 3-in-1 character if Pyra happens to be, if Mythra happens to be in the character as well, right? In the moveset somewhere. However that could work, it would be fun. So you could do team up battle or team up attacks. You could do, I don't know if you would swap them in, not like Pokemon Trainer, but like Rex's, I don't know, like they stand in the background of the stage. I guess it's kind of like Pokemon Trainer, but whatever. I don't know how you would want to do it, but team up attacks could be very fun. I like the idea. I really do. Like, Ice Climbers are one of my most favorite characters in the roster in terms of uniqueness. Could their recovery be a little bit better? Yeah. Is their AI not the greatest? No, it's not. I don't know why I brought that up, but I'm saying in terms of unique playstyles, isn't that what we look forward to the most? Who's coming to the roster? What do they bring? What makes them different? What makes them fun? What makes them stand out? And in this case, I mean, it's quite obvious. I already mentioned it a few times what they would bring to the table. Team up attacks, 2-in-1, 3-in-1 character. Fun. I would like to see that. I would really like to see that. But unfortunately, Bomberman happens to be a much higher priority for myself than Rex and Pyra, so Bomberman gets my vote in this one. Let me know who you guys got down in the comments. Bomberman, Rex, and or Pyra, and or Mythra, down in the comments. That is it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. So, sneak peek for tomorrow, I suppose. Alright, what are the results? Tomorrow's results are going to be from Kamek, who is taking on Isaac, the Golden Son, Assist Trophy, Golden Boy. That's the results, and then tomorrow's matchup, I believe... should be, we go, yes, tomorrow's matchup is going to be from Akira Howard from Astral Chain, who's taking on Crystal. That's tomorrow. Today's today. Today's wrapping up. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.